Gentlemen, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are today if we hadn't said to ourselves, just go, 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 go for it.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Classique de Jeudi. Once again we're here on Thursday evening for a short ride around the French countryside, and today we are reliving one of the alternative routes on the finishing laps of the Paris-Troyes race that takes place every year. and we've got a 31.5 kilometre event for you today with 550 metres of climbing, and we'll be doing 2 laps, so it's actually a 16 kilometre loop, and it starts off downhill for about 4 kilometres, then there's a 4 kilometre climb at about 4%, so not too steep, but that is quite a distance. And there's a sharp downhill, and then we've got a 500 metre section that's a 14% gradient, so that is really going to sting the legs. And there's a little climb up to the finish line as well, and we get to do it all twice. So that's what we've got in store for you this evening. We'll be getting away in a couple of minutes time. Here we are. You can see that profile at the top of your screen. There's a bit up down in Montgueux. So you can see lots of twists and turns as well. So it's not going to be a straightforward one. It's a little bit too undulating when you look at that shot there out in the countryside, but it really is a challenge. This race has been run previously on RGT, and in that event the leaders finished in around about 48 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see how today's pack compares to that. Currently we've got 36 riders on the start line. We've got a couple more, I'm sure, just trying to get in frantically, and yeah, they've got just over a minute to get in. So looking through the list then, I can see we've got quite a few regulars. Antoine Renou, the organiser of this Thursday race series, each week picking a French race for us to complete. He's there, centre of the front row. We've got John Bytheway there, one of the RGT staff. Alex Plago on the front row there from Ratio Racing. Stephen Bellio, he's a regular, he does a lot of racing on the platform. Andrzej Kajewski, another Ratio Racing rider. Jim Ogilvie, the founder of the OTI racing team. Racer Nan, also on the front row there in the Team Lou kit. She was in nice and early. And a good selection of French riders as well. So we're just about 20 seconds from the start now. Start winding up. It is mostly downhill for the first few kilometres. You can see that on the bottom of the screen through the profile there. Green and blue sections. So there is a cheeky 5% gradient section after 500 metres. Right, we're away then. Steady start, not too crazy. This first part's going to go nice and quick. I want to make sure you just get into this pack. Alex Plago right in the centre there. Renou, Racer Nan. Straight out the start gate on this fast downhill section, and then here we are. Cheeky little 5% little bump. Just need to anticipate that, and over we go. Before we start hitting another nice downhill section. So I'm sure the riders will be looking at the profile, not wanting to go too hard too early, save their legs for that climb. See it there right in the centre of the screen. Reds, oranges, indicating that it's all uphill. The darker the colour, the steeper it is. So a pack of 26 or so sticking together at the moment. Got a range of kits in there. Sometimes you get a lot of teams turning up, a lot of riders from the same team, and that can create a little bit of an interesting dynamic. It looks like no team has more than 2 riders, maybe 3. That should give everyone nice opportunity in this race. It's quite tricky when you have a team of 4 or 5 riders that you're up against, and then you're a group of individuals. It's hard to get everyone working together. There's Joe Dodge. He's giving us a little wave to the camera there. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. So still on this downhill section then. You can see here the pack spread right out across the road. That indicates that the pace isn't too high, no one's pushing too hard. You don't want to get too strung out at this point, you don't want to be too far off the back, because you can see in the top right hand corner that shows the next kilometre of the road, and you can see it's about to drop away quite sharply. Downhill section, and that means the front of the pack's going to start accelerating a lot quicker than the rear of the pack. So you do not want to be in a position where it's strung out and the front is pulling away at a record speed. There's Daniel Travato then, you can see there it's 49 kilometres an hour. There's Jim Ogilvie, sees that opportunity just to increase the pace as we hit this downhill section. Look at that, the speed's now up to 60 kilometres an hour, 64, 66. It's rising as we hit this negative 5.6% gradient. You can see there how it starts to get strung out as the speed increases. Go a little bit further back then. See Campley, Zachary and Lee. They're riding together, always good to have another rider with you. Philippe there, possibly 64 years old, I'm guessing from his little 64 on his name there. And then just behind them is 100 metres further back, Doug Hambington. He's another regular. He's got a handy lead over this rider from South Africa, S4 Lee. Kay Cox here in the Team Rally kit, the orange kit, very familiar, easy to spot because it stands out, bright orange kit. And then M-Clock in the Team 3R kit. Not sure what's happened here to, and then Toto Le Koala, he's another regular streamer. You can catch his broadcasts on YouTube. Normally they're a little bit further up, so not quite sure what's happened to him this evening. So back to the front of the race. Antoine Renaud here, pushing the pace up this little bump. A little split then, 4 riders up the front. Joe here just trying to get back in touch. We will split apart a bit on that climb. About a kilometre away from the front of the group. So hi Christoph, following on the YouTube chat. We've got Pop Levine and Dave Owen, aka Titanium Geek. They're following on Facebook. Thanks for your comments, guys. Great to have you with us. So it looks like Igor Kops, first time I've seen him on screen, has made it into the race. One of the top rated riders in RGT. I saw his name on the sign up list. I think he must have got in at the last minute. Sam Kimber as well up there. He's in the purple Ravy kit. Also a strong rider. Here that front group then. Okay, slightly decreased in size, a little bit of a split there between around about 12th and 13th position. We're approaching the base of this first climb, which has a little bit of a kicker to begin with. There's a 6% little section here. It settles down a bit. So there will be a bit of draft available. You see Quentin Rao off the front here. Putting out a steady 300 watts. 4 watts per kilo. And there's a bit of a pack just assembling behind him. He's got a 50-metre lead at the moment. No one looking to chase him down just yet. See from this overhead shot, that's what it looks like. See the path on the left spread out on the road. No one chasing. The hill now does kick up a little bit, so a bit of separation, but a sole leader at 50 metres, then a group of 12, and it's another 50 metres back. Gavin Ash on the front of this group, leading us into the bend. I say us because I am riding and commentating, there I am, and Lister just sat in behind this front pair. Just following them along at the moment. Oh. Let's just play with my heart rate monitor there. Nice timing by our producer to cut to me. Thanks for that. Damon from ZMS Livestream. So this hill tops out around about 9.5k. Another 2k to go just yet. Our leader has just hit another slightly steeper section. About 100 metres up the road. Got a little bit of breathing space. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep that gap on the downhill sections. The heart rate up at 180 BPM. That gap's increasing, now up to 10 seconds. 12 seconds. But so is the heart rate. It's jumped up to 183, 186. They're working hard. I feel like we're working hard behind as well. Quarter of the way into this race. Two laps, so we get to do all this again. So we're all here just onto a flatter section, and that will slightly benefit the chase group as their speed will increase and their draft benefit. Thanks Paul, thanks for watching. Paul Nichols on the Facebook chat. Make sure you check out his upcoming events. Always making some crazy magic roads as Paul. Apparently I'm looking good. He must have turned on when I had my top up. Should you be cheering for your team leader, Paul? James Ogilvie. Oh, a couple of riders there as we reach the summit. Working hard to get back on. That's Kovato in the 3R kit. And Gavin Ash. Fast downhill. So they could get back on with a little burst. The pack is eased up. They're putting out 1 watt per kilo, these guys are putting out 4. They're just about to get back in contact. 10 metres, 5 metres. There we go. They put themselves back on. Just in time for another little uphill section. See, we're all now 32 seconds. So it's 160 metres, it has come down a little bit. This pack is starting to reel them back a little bit. Still got 20 kilometres of this race to go. So plenty of time for the pack yet. No panic. About 1.5 kilometres before we hit the steep sections. back to Trevor and Fiesta. They're about 700 metres behind this group. And another 200 metres back, by the way, and Feline, by the way, also a regular streamer. So subscribe to his channel, subscribe to our channel, throw some likes around, give people some love. Here, so that hill has fragmented things. You might see a few groups come back together. Christopher O'Connor, Bellio there. We're just collecting ourselves before this steep section at the front of the race. This is going to be one that's going to make the legs burn. There's our two female riders, Claire Simon Jeudi. And you can see now Esley, Vigneault, and back at the front of the race, our peloton. You can now see our breakaway rider as we hit the slopes. Looks like we're all blown a little bit. The pack is closing. And there's the catch. I hit a bit of gear trouble. This twisting, turning section. %14 gradients. Oh, that was tough. I'm having a bit of gear trouble. trying to hold on to this hill. Oh, bit of manual gear changes in there. Using my old hands. Oh, all back together. Oh, another attack then. Oh. So it looks like an issue for Jeudi. Ash, Ogilvy, Stevens and Travato there, dropped on that steeper section from the front group. Yeah, brutal climb that one. It's still going uphill. Oh. Yeah. Oh. So Eagle here, Eagle Cops off the front. Onto the downhill section with Kimber chasing. Next group of four, they look spent. There's still another lap to go yet. No catch just yet. Cops is pushing on at the front. There he is. Trying to put some distance between himself and field now. There's Kimber. So he can just see Cops just ahead of him. And the group behind can see Kimber. Yeah, Paul, I know how you feel. I'd have been happy with one lap. Hard work this e-racing. No let up. Easy to race far too often. There's some really challenging courses as well. Like today, everyone. I'm still still smiling. Just about. Let's get downhill. So these gaps not really changing at the minute then. 14 seconds. Pretty steady. You can see that Kimber's been slowly brought back to this group then. The group having the benefit of the draft. There we go, look. They work well together, they can take turns here. Do a bit of team time trialing. Close these gaps without going into the red. There we go, just like that. Kimber's caught. Now 5 versus 1 up front. Someone else's turn to take the front now. See Cops there, dude, right off. Down into the blue power bar area. It's under his name there. Okay, and not going too hard. And there we go, 180 watts for a rider that we know comfortably ride at 400. Looks like he knows it's just a good shout at the moment, maybe just to come back into this group, work together. This group can then make sure that they stay away from the 4 riders in the chasing group. 400 meters. It's not unquestionable that it could come back together. Depends how these riders are feeling. If they've gone too hard on that first lap, they might struggle on this second lap. But this is the selection then. This is your front 6. Rustanek, Lister, Kops, Plager, Kimber and Kops. This is on this nice long descent, 5.5%. I'll be interested to see if we start getting any taps again. There's Antoine Renew there in the yellow and black kit, just giving us a little wave. The event organisers, we cut back then to the following group of Rajewski, Ash, Stevens and Ogilvie. Travato's 150 metres behind them. And then our early leader, Rule, who led a large portion of that first lap. Here he is. Looks like he just went too hard. And now he's paying the price, suffering a little bit. There's Fiesta. He's managed to pull away from Trevor, who's fallen back into the clutches of the lean, and by the way, nice little midfield battle for those guys. And here's another 4 riders: Clifford, Sebastian, Bellio and O'Connor. They'll be working together for the time being. Campley here, he's been a bit in no man's land for this race. But he's in 21st, several riders behind him, so he's doing okay even though he's on his own. And there's a few gaps between these guys: Silvestre, Martinez, Raysonan. Looks like she's dropped Joe Dolce here. Counts the Foci kit. Gardner of the Counts to Foci team, student from Cardiff University, has just set the women's ever resting world record. That bout earlier this week. She's based in Cardiff. Great effort from her. Paul Nichols, who exchanged a couple of messages with earlier, he's actually created the magic road of the men's world record ever resting route over in Ireland. I think he's had a couple goes up and down it. Not quite the full 8,848 metres that's required. As we look through the field then, there's Toto Luqualo. He's caught up with a couple of riders. And back at the front of the field, just seems to be a bit of a stalemate at the minute. Riders know that we've got this 3.5k kilometre time to come, and then that fearsome 14% lump towards the end of the course. Here we are, then here's the route. On that long straight at the moment. Top right hand corner of that course, just about to hit that sharp right hander. 120-degree turn. So there's a little bit of a kicker to start. 6% up to that corner, and it levels out a little bit. It's been such a relaxed pace. Look at that, Ogilvy, Rajewski and Ash are about to join back up with this front group. There they are, just rounding the corner. They just gained 400 metres on this group, because this group's been so relaxed. Here they come, they're just trying to get back on now. They've got Stevens though, he's falling back to Travato. And there's Ash. Quite able to bridge over. This front group might not be too worried. Might just be thinking we dropped them once already. We'll do it again. But no guarantee that they haven't got too hard themselves on that first lap. So that's an impressive closing of the gap by those riders. Travato and Stevens a little bit further back. This Cropsen starts to show his form in his class, coming back to the front of this group. No one able to follow him. of the group. Steadily coming around that corner, sweeping arc. Few more gaps opening up. And there we go, 450 watts there. Just extending his lead steadily. It's hard work in this pack, that's why I stopped commentating. There I am, working hard. Oh, sweating away. Thanks to Damon for putting me on cam. Oh. Oh. Little breather. Another little bump, and then we'll be on to the downhill. There's Cops then. Extends his lead out to 24 seconds. As we get some attacks in the group behind. Just trying to shake things up a little bit before the descent. Oh. Back together though, no one dropped. So the descent, stretching out, Cops his lead. He's almost at the bottom. It's chase group of 6, we're just starting the descent then. As you can see there, blue bars, no bars under the names. These guys are not pushing, they know they're racing for second at this point. Cops has shown he's going to stay away. A strong rider. I think perhaps if there wasn't such a steep hill between here and the finish, these guys might try and work together. They don't want to burn themselves out before that end of the race, which is, as we've seen, steep gradient. That lead now up to 40 seconds. There's Jeudi then here, putting in a dig, putting in an effort. Back able to respond. Cop starts to lap some riders. A little bit of excitement. Dives back down in this group. So we said the last race that was done on this course was 48 minutes or so. Looks like this one will be a little bit slower. I think we're going to get to the finish in 4 minutes. A little bit slower, a little bit smaller group today. Although we have noticed that with the new physics that have been around for a few weeks now, they have slightly slowed things down, I think. You can never compare two races completely like for like. There just seems to be a little bit of that going on. Just got past the back marker there. Renew there. Another little wave to the camera, he's enjoying himself. It won't be for much longer. The wall of death is about to show its face just up the road. You see it going for Jeudi though. Creating a little bit of a gap, putting in a bit of an effort. Just buying himself a few seconds on that climb. Here it is then. And it gets steeper and steeper. You don't want to go too hard too early, because you will just put yourself into the pain zone for the rest of the climb. So Copse then 2.5 kilometres from the finish. Jeudi second, Kimber in third. They're leading this chase, which is splitting up a little bit on this climb. This is the sort of hill Alejandro Valverde would enjoy. Copse is up to the top. There he is. Kimber now ahead of Krajewski. These two might want to just work together for the final kilometres. Managing to stay away from Renew at the moment. So Copse 1 kilometre from the finish, uphill all the way to that finish line. No respite. He's got a healthy lead over Kimber and Krajewski. And they've got a healthy lead back to Renew and Rusinek. There's those two. There's Krajewski. Oh, looks like he's just been dropped by Kimber then. Kimber now inside the last kilometre as well. Copse has got 500 to go. He's going to be today's winner. He's challenging Mick Greenall at the top of the RGC rankings. Those two are battling it out to be the first rider to reach platinum level in the rankings. I don't think Copse is going to do it today. It won't be long before one of them makes it. A few more races like this, he'll be there. $100 metres to go. There he goes, well done. Igor Copse taking the win today. Sam Kimber going to take second. 400 metres further back at the minute. Just approaching the line then. Still putting out some good watts. See the gradient all the way up to the line. It doesn't stop. There he is. Solid ride by him. Good ride by Krajewski. He came back from that technical dropout. Bridged back across with Krajewski and Ogilvie. He takes the podium, and then Rusinek here ahead of Renew. Well, maybe not. Rusinek's gone too early, and Renew comes round to take fourth. Vega for sixth. Ogilvie for seventh. He's going to pick myself here. Vista coming across for 8th place. So that was well done by Ogilvie and Krajewski. both of them making up places on the second half of that second lap after coming back together. Oh, good riding, everyone. There's always a bit of post-race chatter, everyone congratulating each other. We just follow Gavin Nash here then coming up to the line in ninth. He wasn't able to quite catch on to that front group. He's managed to steady himself, stay ahead of Stevens and Travato. That effort didn't cost him any places. So these two then, Stevens, Travato, inside the last quarter of a mile. 400 metres in old money, in new money even. And it looks like Stevens is putting a little bit of a dig, 25 metres ahead of Travato at the moment. Will he be able to keep that up for the last few hundred metres? It looks like he's just slightly extending that lead. He's coming up this final drag. You can see there, top right hand corner, 1.5% gradient the whole way up here, up to the line, and he's across the bag for 10th place, top 10 for Stevens there, well done. So you can see on the right hand side, Igor Kops there, our winner, 50 minutes 55 seconds, a few minutes behind the course record of 48 minutes. He finished 50 seconds ahead of Sam Kimber. He was 12 seconds ahead of Krajewski there. Anton Renou, a second ahead of Rusinek, then Plager, Ogilvie, Mike Lister, Gavin Ash in 9th and Stevens in 10th. Results will update in a second as we see Fiesta then coming around in 12th place. So that was a challenging race. Going. We'll just stay in. Fine. So Fiesta in 12th, Trevor in 13th, and then John By the Way in 14th. So I hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. It was a hard race. There's our top 11. If you have been enjoying the stream, whether that's on YouTube or on Facebook, please do throw us a like, subscribe, show us a little bit of love, and we do appreciate it. Helps us bring you great content every week. So you can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, and also on ESTV, which is available online on your television. And don't forget, we've got the Giro d'Europa coming up a week on Monday. That starts a 5-day stage race. And that's running on the real roads on RGT from Monday, the 30th of August, through to the Friday, the 3rd of September. So there'll be 3 time slots each day, 6 AM, midday and 7 PM UK times. If you go to RGT DB, you can see those times in your local time zone. So we'll be running those 5 days in a row, 5 different courses, all on the RGT real roads. It's going to be a great event, very competitive, I'm sure. We've got some prizes, a raffle draw for competitors. You can win yourself a Jeudi Europa mug. If you want to secure yourself one of those, you can buy it from our online shop. You can see the details of that on rgtdb.com, all the details there. So John, by the way, then we'll just follow him across the line and then we will wrap up tonight's stream. So thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the content. Hope we've shown you inside the world of virtual cycling and e-racing. It's certainly a growing scene. You can try RGT for free. So tell your friends, get on board, and we'll see you on the road very soon. Lots of races, very special. I've been Mike Lister, you've been watching ZMS live stream. Catch you all again soon. Thanks a lot, everyone. Goodbye.